The Last Jedi has arrived to mixed reviews from fans, but is doing well in the box office. This film has opened up the door to additional canon stories to be told, and releases the embargo on Luke Skywalker content. Hopefully we will see more Luke between Return of the Jedi and The Last Jedi in future media, but only time will tell. So let's dive right on in and discuss the updates to the Star Wars canon timeline, December 2017. This month, we saw the release of several new stories across the narrative universe. Canto Bight, a collection of 4 short stories detailing the characters found in the casino city of Canto Bight. Star Wars Darth Vader number 9, The Dying Light Part 3. Star Wars Adventures issue number 5, containing the stories The Trouble at Tiburon Part 2 and Tales from Wild Space, The Best Pet. Star Wars number 40, The Ashes of Jedha Part 3. The Last Jedi, Cobalt Squadron, a young adult novel about Rose and Paige. Dr. Aphra number 15, Remastered Part 2. Star Wars Poe Dameron number 22, Legend Found Part 3. Jedi of the Republic Mace Windu number 5. And The Last Jedi, Storms of Krayt. Now, let us take a brief look at where each of these stories fits within the Star Wars canon timeline. In the era of the Clone Wars, we have the final issue in the 5-part miniseries Jedi of the Republic Mace Windu. Mace has finally come to the conclusion that the Jedi must fight to protect the peace, and that this war will not end quickly. This is against what they all believe the Jedi stand for, but he has come to terms with the idea that they must enter the fray. Shortly after Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Darth Vader issue number 9 continues the story of Vader shortly after his transformation into the mechanical demon we all know. In this issue, he interferes with the Grand Inquisitor's fights against the famed librarian Jocasta Nu, with his own plans in mind. In the post-A New Hope era, Star Wars Adventure number 5 completes the 2-part story The Trouble at Tiburon, where Leia and Luke go on a diplomatic mission to rally more aid for the rebellion. We also have the release of Star Wars issue number 40, Part 3 in the Ashes of Jedha arc, where our heroes have been forced to team up with some of the remaining partisans from Saw Gerrera's camp, and their methods do not necessarily line up with those of the rebels. Dr. Aphra number 15, Remastered Part 2, continues to follow Aphra as she is in a bit of trouble, having been forced into serving her assassin droids 000 and BT-1. We also got a one-shot comic, The Storms of Krayt, as Luke, Leia, and Han are on a mission to locate a suitable place for a rebel base. They come upon the dead world of Krayt, a place found in the final scenes of The Last Jedi. We are provided some context as to how the rebels located this base in the first place, and also get a bit more history on Leia's father's political relations. As we approach the new trilogy era, Poe Dameron number 22 puts our pilot hero a bit closer to the prize, as he has located Lord Santeca and, with the help of General Organa, is trying to rescue him from the prisons on Cato Nemoidia. We got a couple nuggets of tales that happened around the episode 7 and 8 time frame. Canto Bight tells 4 short stories that take place in the casino city of Canto Bight. Many of the locations and scenes in this book can be tied to visual elements from The Last Jedi. Leading up to The Last Jedi, we have the young adult novel Cobalt Squadron, which tells more of the story between Rose and her sister Paige, leading up to the opening scenes of The Last Jedi. Paige and Rose are going to be getting a lot of story time together in upcoming stories from the Forces of Destiny, and this is a great way to be introduced to her sister, whose screen time was brief but had a huge impact on the character of Rose. And lastly, during Episode 8, The Last Jedi, we have a little side story in The Best Pet from Star Wars Adventures number 5. This is really just a fun piece on porgs, and showcased a bit of the trouble that Rey and Chewie went through as they were taking off from Ahch-To in the Falcon. Now to preview what is coming up this month. Forces of Destiny, Leia, the first in a weekly series from IDW, expanding on and tying into the stories found in existing Forces of Destiny storylines. Star Wars number 41, Forces of Destiny, Rey, Forces of Destiny, Rose and Paige, Star Wars Adventures number 6, Star Wars number 42, Forces of Destiny, Hera, Star Wars Poe Dameron number 23, Forces of Destiny, Ahsoka and Padme, Dr. Aphra number 16, and finally, The Last Jedi, DJ, Most Wanted, a one-shot about this mysterious character. That concludes this update for December 2017, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and keep up with all the insight and analysis found here at Star Wars The Canon Explained. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Leave your comments and questions about this video, or any elements of the Star Wars canon below. Till next time, may the Force be with you.